Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Razik bin Muhammad Roslan. I'm going to present about conservation Tabin, wildlife Sabah. Nature conservation is a movement focused on protecting species from extinction, maintaining and restoring habitats, enhancing ecosystem services, and protecting biological diversity. Okay, now I'm going to talk about conservation at Tabin, wildlife Sabah. The conservation practitioner therefore needs to develop an understanding of human psychology. For example, human beings are motivated by having a sense of purpose and level of control over their work. This is particularly important for conservation since many programs involve people on the ground who have either high levels of technical or scientific knowledge or expertise and high levels of passion and commitment to the work. Understanding systems are having a broad basic of building knowledge overcome two limitations of command and control thinking. Knowing the performance of each element of your program does not mean one is able to predict the outcomes of the whole. So, as I said before, there are many activities you can do as an example, bird watching. With its wide variety of bird species, Tabin makes an excellent bird watching spot due to its generated forest. Rarely seen species such as speckled picolet, chestnut-chapped thrush, thick-bellied followpecker are found there. And there are also jungle trekking. About 3 kilometers away from the base camp, through secondary regenerative forests and sections for ankle-deep mud, is the Lipid waterfalls, also known as twin waterfalls. During the rainy seasons, the high volume of water creates a second stream of water that plugs into the pool below. And there is also a volcano in Tabin, which is the Lipat Mud Volcano. It is located about 2 kilometers from the base camp. The ground there is grey, soft and free of vegetation. The volcano spews of fresh mud every day. And there's also the last one, which is night safari. Hop onto the back of a pickup truck after dinner for a night safari tour. The slow drive along the road tour is an opportunity to see the wild animals and also to enjoy the scenery, the beautiful night sky, to be studied with stars you will hardly see in the city. For your information, the land belongs to the people of Sabah. It is under government ownership and has reserve status. The Sabah Wildlife Department is custodian of the animals in the department, is responsible for the trees in Tabin. In 1998, the Malaysian government privatized ecotourism programs for Tabin, and over the last few years, increased numbers of tourists have been coming to the reserve. Among activities permitted in the reserve are jungle trekking, wildlife viewing, bird watching, photography and filming. Natural mud volcanoes are an important natural attraction for wildlife seeking salt and these have become a bonus for visitors coming to see wild animals. Okay, ways in managing in conservation. Understanding the basics of human behavior relative to their work. Implementing conservation relevant methods and stakeholder involvement. Managing wildlife and habitats. Managing visitors and operators. In conclusion, conservation managers should suggest, seek knowledge, identify how to improve the system, and implement action where needed. Continuous learning is particularly important for effective conservation, but it demands a sympathetic and proactive management culture. Useful recently suggested encouraging conservation learning and a focus on practices which involve results. However, methods should always be tested in the context of local knowledge of systems, violations, and people. So managers who use system thinking will be best placed to use these ideas. Thank you very much.